Yo, what's the crack, boys? Dallas Mavericks are going through it right now. Really surprising, not really surprisingly, but like you wouldn't think they're out of the play-in tournament. Obviously, ever since the Kyrie trade, kind of been not question marks, but you'd think, okay, this team could be cool. This team could be cool. Maybe make a good mini playoff run. Obviously, they just joined, so it's like kind of got to work that out. Maybe get an off-season together, but Kyrie is a free agent. Luka's very unhappy. Obviously, like, who knows? It's so weird to see, man. It's so weird to see. Obviously, Mavericks been on a bad run recently. Back-to-back losses to the tank and Hornets, who literally have the medals out and they're just playing their young pieces as they do as a tanking team. And you lose to them. Obviously, they lose to Sixers, lose to Heat. Okay, they're better. Like, defensively, they're just a lot better. We'll get into why, but like, why it's going wrong for the Mavericks. But then you lose to Sixers, okay. You lose to the Hawks and heartbreak. Like, when Kyrie and Luka have good games, obviously, the ending was quite ugly. Obviously, Kyrie fouls him, fouls Trae Young. It's like all this. It's like, it's very tough. 3 games to go. It seems to be over for them. 11th in the West, 37-42. It wasn't supposed to go this way. It was not supposed to go this way. The team that they're trying to play, obviously, like Lakers will make the playoffs, I think. Well, we'll see. Do you know what I mean? There's a very short amount of games left, which kind of this regular season went quick, but the Thunder have a bit of a harder schedule, so there is still hope. The Mavs do play the Kings, Bulls, and Spurs, which Kings, that's going to be a hard game. Sacramento has one of the best offenses and a huge down, a whole reason the Mavs are this bad is defense. Mainly the whole roster, but when your 2 best players just can't defend, it's going to be hard. Obviously, Sacramento have bad defense as well, so there is still hope for them. They are close to playing, but the Bulls, that'll be a tough game. And then the Spurs, you should win that. Spurs are trying to tank, so you should at least be getting 1 win. But the Thunder are on a tear right now. Shea's playing, All-NBA first-team basketball, so it's going to be hard for them to get that first seed. This whole Luka-Kyrie duo, people are just going to shit on it. People talk about what's wrong. Kyrie's an easy scapegoat. Obviously, it does look bad wherever Kyrie goes. It doesn't, not worse, but it doesn't go as planned. I generally don't think it's Kyrie. There's no way. It's not Kyrie's fault. This is not. Kyrie just joined this team. The Mavs had problems this season way before Kyrie joined. But obviously, him not being able to defend, that doesn't really help. Obviously, him being a new face in the locker room, obviously, that ain't on him. But obviously, it's like, you kind of have to learn how to play with him, get to know him. It's all this stuff that we don't see. But as a duo, Luke and Kyrie are 4-10. And that is the worst record from 2 All-Star teammates that made the All-Star team that year. Ever. The worst record. Minimum 10 games. That is the worst record from All-Star teammates. It's bad. It's bad. But I think there's still hope. Not this season. I think it's done. Best case scenario, get a top 10 pick. Hopefully you're lucky in the draft lottery. I can't remember if they can trade it or not. Draft well. Maybe Brandon Miller somehow falls there. I doubt it. He'll be he's a top 3 pick. Could even get picked over Scoot. It just depends who gets that second pick in the lottery. It literally just depends on order. But best case scenario, you get that 10th pick. If you can trade it. Tim Hardaway Jr., 10th pick. Give that to Trailblazers for Dame. No, obviously not. But just miss the playoffs this year. Or if you want that experience with Kyrie, if you plan to keep Kyrie, try to get that. But there's a lot for them to decide. But obviously, this is just a huge fall off from last season. Last season, they were a bit slow, picked up the pace, boom, made the conference finals. Lost to the Warriors. I think it was 4-1, or they got. I'm pretty sure it was 4-1. You let Jalen Brunson walk, which obviously was a bad move. People are saying he's most improved player. Come on, bro. Who's always you not see that playoff run? You have Spencer Dinwiddie as well. I would get rid of Dinwiddie as well, but Jalen Brunson was a big part of that team's success. Obviously, take that away. Kyrie is obviously a better player. Some might argue Jalen Brunson is, but obviously it's just a huge fall from last season. Didn't really get better in any way. They got worse. Obviously, training for Kyrie makes you better, offensively especially. It's just a huge question mark. Like, people are just trying to play the blame game. You know, Mark Cuban in the front office doing nothing to improve this roster. They don't even have a true big man, which is hurting them. They don't have a true big man. Like, people are feasting on you. People, like, they're getting dominated on defense. There's no big man to stop there, catch some rebounds. Even play some defense. Like, JaVale McGee, Christian Wood, Norman Powell, like, all these guys are not going to save you. Like, literally, possibly, apart from Kyrie, possibly Luka's worst supporting cast, you could say. It's just a mess. You know, no real size, no true big man. You need that. You need a center that can play defense in the NBA. That's a must. That's why a team like the Bulls are just not good. Vucevic can't play defense. You literally need that front court presence. Don Finney-Smith, probably butchered that name, was obviously a big key, but obviously you train for Kyrie 10 out of 10 times. Yeah, obviously Luka and Kyrie defense is not good. Luka conditioning is quite bad. He doesn't really try on defense. His body language ain't it. Obviously Kyrie just ain't the best defensive player in the world. Can get blown by pretty quick. You know, kind of saving his energy for offense, which you can understand, but like, unless you're the Nets' big three, you need defense. Bad role players as well, been countless times this season. There's probably a huge compilation on YouTube of like Luka or Kyrie passing it to a teammate for the open three, they brick it. In a clutch situation, they're just surrounded by bad role players, which is annoying. You need good role players, no matter how good you are as a player. There's no like you can't just win a championship on your own. James Harden was close, but like he still needed Chris Paul. All these that's it. Just look at the Rockets, how they did. That's how you build a team. You have that second superstar, second star player. Chris Paul is an good defender for his position. Maybe it's hard. It's really hard. Obviously, I think Jason Kidd needs to go. He's just not a good coach. Mavericks fans will preach that. Get him gone. I think he will be a great coach one day. Same as Steve Nash. Just in like 5 years from now, you know, kind of in the far distant future, you know, when fucking Cade Cunningham's winning Finals MVP in his prime. Like, do you know what I mean? In that sort of spectrum, right now you just need try get Udoka, try get Ime Udoka, try get Nate McMillan. Like, probably so much countless other coaches out there that you can get. You know, Sacramento, terrible last season. Got Mike Brown, who coach of the year a lot. He should unanimously win coach of the year. Boom, coaching change, culture change. You have that trade from last season, boom, you make the playoffs. Mavericks can easily do that. Obviously, Luka's style play of just ISO ball, you know, he always touches the ball. That ain't going to do it. You need Kyrie to have, obviously Kyrie's doing it. You need Jane Hardy to have the ball more, who you should keep. Let them, you know, share the ball. Get some good role players that can actually, you know, ball handle, shoot, defend. That's what you need. But yeah, I'm writing off the season for them. You may as well just get a good pick and then see what you do in the offseason. For the three players, Luka, Kyrie, re-sign Kyrie. I don't care what anyone says, unless Kyrie doesn't want to stay, which I wouldn't blame him. If I was Kyrie, I'd probably leave too, unless obviously some internal discussions. Keep Luka, Kyrie, Jane Hardy, get rid of everyone else. Everyone else is gone. Everyone. You trade everyone. Maybe keep Reggie Bullock. If I would keep Reggie Bullock, fuck it, keep him. Get rid of everyone, trade, free agency. Maybe some people are looking for those pieces. JaVale McGee's a great locker room guy. Give him back somewhere else. Sign some free and D guys. Just sign some people that can defend. Matisse Thybulle would be a good pickup. Not the best shooter in the world, but he improves your team defensively. Get some people that can hold the ball on their own, which, you know, if you keep those three players, like I said, you already have that. Invest in some good front court players. Get rid of Jason Kidd. Boom. Kyrie and Luka, full off-season workout. Get the chemistry up. And I believe a good coaching change, a good coach coming in. Not like if fucking, say the Sixers underperform, which I hope we don't. Doc Rivers fires. No, you were not taking Doc Rivers, no. If you do something like that, you're fucked. But assuming Kyrie resigns, that would be the move, in my opinion, to do. Now, let's say Kyrie doesn't resign, which kind of hard to think about. Obviously, it's the main question. He could have not opted in to Brooklyn and signed somewhere else, which he probably should have done. Maybe. I don't know. At least we knew what would happen with Brooklyn. But obviously, if they stayed together, they could have won. But anyway, that's a video for another day. let's say Kyrie. I don't think Kyrie will join the Lakers. I think they should keep with D'Lo. You know, you can save some money. Actually build a good, like, you don't need a big three of AD and LeBron. You just need LeBron, AD, good role players. Let's say Kyrie leaves, and that just leaves Luka on his own. Do what you can. Luka just becomes unhappy. You trade him. He's got like, by that time he might have like 3 years left in his contract, and then you begin a rebuilding phase. Or you bring a second star in with Luka. I can't remember. Like, James Harden ain't gonna leave us for the Mavericks, bro. Surely not. But try pick up a good free agent for Luka. Keep him happy. Obviously, this was a move that would keep Luka happy. Regardless of what happens, if you're the Mavericks, you make that trade for Kyrie 10 out of 10 times. In my opinion, you have to. You take that risk. Kyrie's one of the most skilled players of all time. Like, one of the best, not best of all time, but he's a first ballot Hall of Famer, one of the best players to ever play. You make that trade if he becomes available, especially in that situation where your team isn't really going anywhere, and you only gave up, obviously, a 2030 first round pick is kind of tough, very tough, and then Spencer Dinwiddie and Smith. Like, you make that trade every time, but if Kyrie leaves, Luka's unhappy. He's got to make the rebuild, man. But I genuinely think if they bring Kyrie back, ship away almost everyone on that team and that coaching staff, make some good signings, make some good coaching hires, you can legitimately be a top 4 seed in the West easily. Like, Luka's that good. Kyrie as your second best player is amazing. That is like key. Obviously, the defense from both of them isn't good. I would make, like, Luka can learn from Embiid. Embiid was always out of shape. It cost him. Now he's actually in shape. Boom, he's winning MVPs. Like, you would think Luka would have won an MVP by now, but I think that can generally, Luka next season wins MVP. Kyrie on the team. You got all these good role players, but obviously, time will tell. Kyrie could be like, no, he didn't make the play, man. I'm out of here, but we will see. My prediction, Kyrie resigns, they turn it around. They make a conference finals appearance or something like that, and they contend for years to come. Let me know what you think.